good? What's good?
It's your girl T-Bueno.
J.Cobb.
Boy J.Cobb. We got our drinks. Tell them what you drinking tonight.
This that yellow bone, man. Made by T-Bueno, you know what I
I
mean?
do drinks on the side.
Already got a little lemon, a little mango, a little, you know what I mean? A little to get you lit, you know what I mean?
And I got straight hen dog. And Canada dry lemonade. This ain't for the kids. There's two stepper right here. It's that the Calypso. This is what this is. Yeah. So, let's turn our music off.
What we got today?
Okay, so today I switched it up. It's a little bit healthier, but still got that good fat, that good soul that just makes you say, this is what I call another one of my Sunday dinners. This is any dinner with mashed potato, homemade, not Idahoan, instant. It's homemade. That's a Sunday dinner right there. You got to have your mashed potatoes. So many people call it Salisbury steak, but I just call them turkey patties. That's what we call it in our house. This is also a household favorite, so I make this pretty often.
Okay.
So what you'll be needing today is you're gonna need 3 pounds, but I've cooked off half 3 pounds of ground turkey. Or if you like beef, you can go ahead and make your Salisbury steak and do that. I got a little onion in here and a little garlic pepper. And these are my seasonings. Once again, like I said, you can always have black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little salt. And I like to put a little Larry's in there to give it that flavor. I had some Mrs. Dash garlic herb. I had some Badia Complete.
Some who?
Badia Complete. Granny used this, so you know this good.
Yeah, that hit too.
Badia Complete.
Badia Complete. And my 2 personal favorites, oregano, and rosemary. And a little slap your mama. Now guys, I know this seems like this is a lot of seasoning. Oh, and a little salt. But it's not. You need flavor for any type of ground chicken, because it's gonna lose its flavor once it's cooked off. So
you gotta hit it with extra.
You gotta hit it with a little extra something. So this not really a lot of seasoning. So
yeah, because I don't like an old patty that just tastes like meat.
Just
like,
dry.
Yeah,
one
come
you
on,
just,
man.
You know the one you get your fork stuck in.
Yeah,
it.
did you just
like,
take your meat out the package and just
like
cook it?
you just touch it and then it just squirt up.
Yeah, I hate
like,
that.
Oh no, it's gonna make we ain't doing that here. This is like that third. So,
that lean back. Hey.
So okay, what I did before we started, I had just mixed up 3 pounds of ground turkey with a little chopped up onion. I would say about like a 1/4 cup. This is for the whole 3 pounds. And I let the spirit lead me with my seasoning. So you're a teaspoon person, hey, do that. But I just, till I feel it,
That's
you
it.
know.
That's it.
With that rosemary and that oregano, this.
Now tell me something about this T-Bueno. Do you need a binder for this turkey or to keep it, to hold it together?
I added 1 egg and then I added just a little bit of breadcrumbs. I don't like to add a lot because it's still gonna form from that egg. So you don't need to have a lot, otherwise it's just gonna be dry and you're gonna be chewing like it's cut or something like this. You can't do that.
So you can't just put the meat in there with the onion and the seasoning and make a patty?
You can, but it can fall apart.
It's gonna be mushy.
Tough. It can be mushy.
So you add an egg.
So you just might well make nachos after that. You know what I'm saying? To make it like that.
Okay.
Now for our sides, of course we gotta have the mashed potatoes. So I already cut up 4 potatoes. This should make you about 2 quarts of mashed potatoes. Once you add the milk and the butter and the salt, all that good stuff. And for our vegetable, we're going to have cabbage. One of my favorites. This is another Sunday side.
Drain that water.
And I to clean it, because you know bugs come in the vegetables and stuff like that. You got to thoroughly clean it. So I added about a tablespoon of salt and a splash of vinegar. And that should get rid of all the dirt in the cabbage. And for the cabbage, you gotta have some type of fat. You can't just make cabbage and just salt, pepper, and butter. You got to have what I call that James Brown effect. You got to use the James Brown effect. That just, you got to, that's it right there. You gotta have it. But you can use any kind of bacon. This is Wright's hickory bacon. I love it. It's nice and thick. It got plenty of flavor. It ain't too salty, ain't too stringy. It's thick cut. And we got our mushrooms. Now, I don't put these in the cabbage, but I do put these in the turkey patties when they're close to being done with the gravy. So, over here is my pan, but I just got through cooking like 4 patties. This is what they should look like. You don't want to cook them all the way through because they still you want to get them sopped up in that brown gravy.
So how long did you cook them?
I cooked them for like 3 to 5 minutes on each side until it feels a little firm but still a little squishy because you still, want it to cook in that brown gravy. And then over
so
here,
you're going to make a gravy for it. It's going to continue, okay?
Yeah. And then for my cabbage, I got bacon. I got 4 slices. I cut it up. You can cut it how thick you want it or whatever. I just cut it into little pieces. And I already had my little chopped up onions, so I just threw them in there. And that's it. And a little butter.
That's it.
And then for the turkey, I did a little split. Because turkey makes its own water when it starts to cook. So I added a little olive oil and a little bit of butter to give it that umami flavor like they use, And then, once again, you brown it 3 to 5 minutes on each side and pull those, and then you have your second batch. You should be able to get 4 to 10 patties out of those 3 pounds that you just produced.
Okay.
So, what we're going to do, we're going to turn our fire back on. Medium heat. I'm going to get some gloves because I personally don't like touching meat just with my raw hands because even though I wash my hands afterwards, it still feels, a little icky. Uh-oh.
J.Cobb, seems like you feeling that punch.
Bone.
That yellow bone.
Yellow bone, yeah. Yellow bone is doing me in, about 3 cups in.
Oh.
3 cups. Oh.
Feeling like a player.
Okay.
You better slow down on that tequila's like, sneak up on you. You be careful.
They be trying to kill himself, mama.
Don't panic, because this is going to soak up all that. So this is what you guys should do. You can make ovals or circles. To make a circle, all you got to do is just pat it down like a burger patty. It's just basically a burger patty. Except you put the gravy and the onion and stuff like that.
Smell that garlic.
You can do that. Yeah, and it's also garlic in here. Boom. Put it in your pan 3 to 5 minutes. It'll be ready on each side. But I like to do ovals, so you can just shape it.
Do you have to have a sturdy pan to cook this in, or it doesn't matter?
Yes, you can. I prefer a cast iron skillet, but I didn't have a large one, and I didn't want to just cook them all in different times. So if you're doing an oval, it should look kind of like that. Or if you want it thinner, you can smash it. It's just gonna go flat. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add it to our pan. Nice and hot. This side. And what I like to do is to get all the flavor from the bottom, I like to get a little splash of water. Maybe about not even a 1/4 cup. Just get all that brown down there. And you can just let that cook. Let's see. Get it that way. Now while that's going, because that's going to take a little minute to brown, we can start our fire back up here. As I said, I had some bacon and some onions and bell pepper and garlic going. Well, not the garlic yet. And in the back, we have our water, boiling water for our good mashed potatoes.
Not instant.
Not instant. This is milk. But let me tell you something. If you don't smell the butter when you stirring, you ain't putting enough in. I ain't saying you got to put a 1/4 stick in there, but you got to have aroma.
Aroma.
You got to
You got to smell the butter coming from the potatoes.
The butter coming from the potato. Because if not, man, you basically made like some white people mashed potatoes.
Whoa.
And you know they eat them like I don't know.
Like some shepherd's pie.
Yeah, President's Day or something like that.
I can't. I can't.
Another shot in.
There it is.
So, you guys, I have my cabbage that I've drained and washed and rinsed. I'm going to rinse it one more time, though, just to be safe. No, the Rona is out there. Y'all be safe.
Who? The who?
The
The
Rona.
Rona is out there. Y'all
The
be
Rona.
safe. Drain out as much water as you can because cabbage makes its own water. Need a little bit. Then we're just gonna add it to our bacon and onion mixture.
I heard that sizzle.
Time to hear that pop.
That's it.
And with cabbage, guys, you don't have to worry about it burning because, like I said, it makes its own water. So you can kind of leave the lid on for a minute and let it go down. So just put the lid on there. Now with the turkey patties, you can flip those over. And you see they got that nice good brown color from the sear at the bottom.
So you searing both sides.
Yep. Till they like brown. Turn that one. You just let them cook. Lightly press them down though. Don't press it all the way because you're going to end up having a gel patty.
Okay. You don't want no gel patty, okay?
I'm sure you don't want that. Now water looks like it's about ready for our potatoes. What I did, I cut it 4 Idaho. Idaho are the best potatoes to use for your mashed potatoes. It just got that country umph to it. It's not, I like red potatoes too, but the russet, it remind me of Marjorie. Everybody knew Cliff knew who Marjorie was. So, and you know my great granny, she used to just make them mashed potatoes with them good collard greens. I just watch BBS, man.
That's
Them was
it.
the days. Now I'm stirring cabbage.
I
And
can't.
stirring cabbage right now.
I
so
can't.
It is. That's all right. The Lord gonna bless me. I know I'm going to hear.
Okay.
But yeah, let's clean up as we go.
Smelling good over here.
Yeah, and the patty should be ready in about like 2 minutes. So while that's going, go ahead, get our cutting board.
What you about to cut up?
We're gonna cut up. Now I like strips of onions because that's gonna really, once you saute that in that browning, it's gonna really just enhance that flavor. And them onions are already sweet, so it's like sweet and savory. Just
So are you preparing for your gravy or this is just to flavor your patties?
this is leading into preparing.
Okay.
Because I'm on my second batch of turkey patties,
Okay.
so we're gonna start the gravy right
Okay.
after we take these out.
Okay.
So just gonna get the onion.
So you're prepping for your gravy.
Yep. You can do like I said. You got multi-potatoes when you cook. You never know.
My boy back on that player's punch.
They flavor fun.
The yellow ball.
That yellow bone. That's it. My bad.
Flavor
That's the
fun,
yellow
flavor
bone.
fun.
And
Gotcha.
when you drink it and you hear that noise right there, you know it's good.
That's it. Now what I like to do is I like to do my strips. So you can cut your onion half if you like, but I like to just go down with it. Cut the end off. And then bam, you just got onions. Throwing hundreds. Yes. Throw that extra away. Alright, and now it's time to take out our patties. These are a little thicker. And don't worry about it still being pink because they gonna cook off. Right, now we got them all out. We're gonna use our wooden spoon. We're gonna stir them juices.
What you gonna do with that?
This is gonna be the base for the sauteing of the onions and our gravy base as well. They call that onion gravy.
Mm-hmm.
And that flavor from that turkey is hidden. So you're gonna take your strips of onions we just cut. You're gonna throw them in there. You're gonna stir them up. one thing, another trick is when you're trying to get your flavors right, when you're sauteing your onions to bring out their flavor, you just add like a little pinch of salt.
Does that make the onions sweat?
Yes, it makes them sweat, and then it brings out their flavor even more.
Makes the onions sweat.
Cook faster.
Once you see them like they
Get soft.
translucent looking, they still, but once you see that kind of
Translucent.
kind of.
Keyword, translucent.
Translucent.
While that's going, we can go ahead and check our cabbage. I like this pan. This is a bamboo pan. So I don't know where we got it from, but I'm
That's
thinking
Walmart, baby.
Walmart. I gotta give me another one. You see that cabbage? It's getting translucent too.
Let's see that then.
You see that bacon in there? Like the way I handle white boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta get it.
It smells amazing.
Thank you. That's that bacon. I told you got to have that James Brown effect. You got to have that bacon.
That's it.
Yeah, right there. I ain't need no oil this time. Just have a little butter and bacon fat. Bacon fat just really does something, y'all. It's just that wow factor.
Okay.
You're gonna keep the top on it. And I'm gonna reduce the heat some. I'm gonna reduce it to 4. It was on 6. Now we get back to our patties. You can see they starting to turn a different color. Getting a little more translucent.
That's sauteing the onion.
Yes, and it's adding that flavor. And another little thing I like to do is add a little bit of red wine.
I did not know.
Give it that.
To the onion gravy?
Yeah, it give it that, like, what's that bite to it?
You give it that what?
That bite, that extra bite to it. This is some cheap wine, y'all. This oak leaf is like $3. I don't do that Chateau de Ken over here. We ain't been bought it like it. Get your corkscrew. We got time for that handheld stuff, so we got a handy dandy one.
Blunts and bonnets.
You know, like a player.
Time to hear that pop.
That's it.
It's that oak leaf Cabernet Sauvignon. I like to add a little. Take it off the heat. You never know what kind of flame you're gonna get.
All right. Is this called deglaze?
Yes, you got it, man. You a culinary graduate. That's it right there. You just let it deglaze.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm good. Now, what necessarily is deglaze?
That's to get that all them scrapings out of there. To absorb that flavor. It's basically creating an au jus, like just a thin, not a gravy, but almost a gravy. It's thin and thick, all in once.
Is it cooking after alcohol also?
Yes, but it's still gonna leave enough for you to have that bite in it.
Interesting.
Stir that up. Okay, let's check on our cabbage. Looking good, looking good.
Smelling good.
What I like to do is I like to add a little chicken broth base in there. Give it that extra. You can just get a few crumbles, or you can just get a little pinch of one of the blocks that come with it, or this is the one that's in the jar.
And that's what?
That is
Bouillon.
Bouillon, chicken bouillon.
Add flavor.
Okay, just stir that up. You see the bacon is almost done in there. This should be ready in like under 10 minutes. Cause it's getting that color and it smells good. And you can lightly season while it's almost there. That way the flavors can be there. Oh, key ingredient. I like a little kick to my cabbage, so I use a little pepper juice.
It's kind of off the fire.
I like a little kick to mine.
So it's jalapeno juice.
Jalapeno juice, pepper juice. You just stir it up some.
What's the red stuff you put in there?
That's a little paprika. That's just for color, really. Now,
Yeah,
guys,
it started to smell like cabbage.
what I'm
That's
gonna
that
do-
cabbage you just add some hot sauce to.
Yeah. I'm gonna add a cup of water to our gravy. Now, y'all, I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of cheating today. It ain't gonna be all the way homemade pepper gravy, but I got a gravy pack, but it's gonna taste homemade once I get through with it. It's great value.
Show them a shortcut.
Great value. All you need was that 1 cup of water and just this packet.
Okay.
And since it's bubbling, let me get my whisk. My boy is stirring up this cabbage. This cabbage is gonna hit. Gonna put your packet in there. Gonna stir it up. And you just want to let it get hot. Let it soak up them onions. Come in close on me so you can see this right here. This is, that's it. That's mean it's on its way to victory. That is, did you see that onion right there? Now let me show you the T-Bueno experience.
The who?
T-Bueno experience.
Okay.
I'm gonna add
What you got, T?
a little bit of milk to it. That's gonna add that creaminess. So I'm gonna add about a splash and a half. Plus a little splash. Cause I let the spirit lead me.
The spirit take you there?
Yeah, I don't really measure like that. I feel my ancestors in my hands when I'm cooking.
All right.
It
You
just,
feel your ancestors.
I feel it like that. You know, when they cooking for the master, slave, or whatever. I feel it in
whatever.
my hands. If
Or
snap
whatever.
peas, I feel it. And you see the different color hair. Now, it might look not so appealing at first, but trust me, it's going to get there. Have your fire on medium high. And while that's going, you're going to season it with a little pepper. Little pepper. And get the Badia powder and oregano. I got a conscience, y'all, so my hands and my mind, they go at the same time. It'd be like, stop there, TL, you know, because sometimes I go too far, but then it'd be like, stop. Garlic powder. Onion powder. And then you just let that go. Just whisk it up some. Clean it up. Just let it get hot. Then J.Cobb over here helping me out with the cabbage. It's almost there. This smell like sweet Georgia burn. Back in the day. Not current. So we can leave this on low. We did have it on medium heat, but since it's gonna cook off on its own, we're just gonna leave it like this, and we're gonna put our seasoning in there. Gonna add the Badia. I guess if I use something more than once, that means I really like the seasoning.
Okay.
It's really worth buying. I would steer y'all wrong.
It smells so good.
Yes. We trying.
So,
And this is the part where you add butter. That's just gonna give it that extra like melt. Like
Muy pacati.
so why did you wait to season your cabbage?
you don't want to season it early because I mean you'll taste it, but you'll just taste the seasoning. You don't taste the cabbage with the seasoning. You gotta let it marry together. Get that bacon fat in it. Just gonna add a little butter. Put in different sections. Then You just turn it all the way on low. Stir that up. You can see the bacon pieces in there. And we can actually turn this off because it's gonna cook off on its own.
So it doesn't take long for cabbage to cook.
At all, it's really under 10 minutes. You just leave the top on and just let it just do its cooking.
It's cooking its own juices.
And we got the potatoes going, but that's gonna be a minute. So we can check on our gravy. All right. So Carol, you let me know what it needs. I know it needs some extra. It ain't there yet because it ain't hot, but it need a little more salt and pepper. And a little garlic, onion powder.
I like where you're going with it, though. It's surprising because you put milk in it.
Yeah. I got you, not a milky milk person.
Yeah, nothing white.
Yeah, nothing white for him. I think we should let them flavors marry some. And then I think it needs like a tad bit more herbiness. A little oregano.
At what point do you put your patties in there?
Once it starts to look like it's coming to a boil.
Okay.
Right now it's kind of like at a little simmer right now. But I want it to actually go around the edges and you get that.
Okay.
Make sure you're getting all the seasoning.
And to ensure that 100% yield, like spatula. Get all of that.
That's the yield ratio.
100% ratio at least, or at least 90%. Just stir it up.
I don't know if it's because I'm high, but it smells great.
It ain't cause you got. And another thing, I need to add my actual garlic. You just add a little splash of that. That's really gonna take it to the next level. Add about like a teaspoon.
So one thing about you, you seasons your food. You ain't no bland lady. You like seasoning.
You got to. I ain't no meal prep chicken. This ain't
Okay.
healthy.
Okay.
But it's something. It ain't healthy at all. This is that I know it was blood right here. This is that Bruce's yams without the can.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, so you can do
Yeah,
that.
I know it was the blood.
It's coming together. So we're gonna add our patties back into the gravy.
Okay.
Make sure you kind of get a little wet some. Put that one in the center. That's the thickest one. Hey y'all, we back. This T-Bueno. It's your boy J.Cobb.
Already.
We back in this thing, yin yang this thing. So I have let it, that's it. We had started out with sauteing our onions. Then we had deglazed the pan with the red wine and add a little salt to bring out that flavor in those onions. And then I added my secret ingredient, and that was the brownie packet. I didn't go all the way old school with it. I just kept it short and simple because, you don't want to give them kids that cold weenie. So just simple. You ain't got time to be simmering all night. These is kids. That's what your gravy should look like. Let me get a spoon so you can see the nappe. Once it sticks like that.
What you call that?
Nappe. That's the culinary term.
I like that.
The nappe.
Nappe.
And I put a little parsley on it. They should be firm to touch. That means they're ready. I put a little parsley on it, a little butter, a little salt, a little pepper in it. And then we have our cabbage over here. I put a little.
Voila.
Our secret ingredient was that pepper juice. That's what's gonna give it that
Juice
that juice stuff. You got it. And that bacon, I said that's that James Brown of it. And a little garlic, little
Give it
pepper.
that good God.
And I got the mashed potatoes. You can't. And I put some of this gravy just so it can just sop up that goodness. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna just.
Gonna play something.
I got real New York on you. What we going to do is.
What we gonna do, yo?
We're gonna get a plate. Get our tongs.
Word up, B.
Then we're gonna get that cabbage in that juice, get green and white, cause it's all because of this. You gonna get your little cabbage, grab your mashed potatoes. Now I'm gonna show you this trick, what I'm about to do. Grab your mashed potatoes. I'm gonna grab your patty. You're gonna put it on top. You're gonna take your tongs and you're gonna drizzle that over that like that. Get you a couple of them mushrooms right there. Get that flavor off. And just wipe your plate off some. Yes. And then there you have it right there. Turkey patties and mashed potatoes, cabbage. This the Sunday special. He walked up to it like that's
Take a bite. I need somebody to fight
Take
that.
a bite.
Let me handle this. I trade you.
Okay.
I trade you.
Bro. It's Bonnets and Bonnets. I just be feeling like I can win, man. Anytime I just hit this here. And this, these two together, it's unstoppable. I take this good if he doing all that.
And there you have it.
That's it right there.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it.
All right, Pete.
That is it.